Okay. All right. Just a couple of things I'm going to check here, you guys. Yeah, all right. Okay, I think we're live. Yeah, I think so. I think we're live. And you guys, I'm going to thank you for joining me today. This is the St. Luminous live stream. Yeah, so I've been having trouble trying to live stream on YouTube. There's all sorts of little quirks about it. You know, I'm still learning these things. Gosh, it seems so fucking easy for some of these live streamers. I want to thank you for joining me today, especially if you're watching this on a replay. I really appreciate it. Yeah, okay. All right. So we got things going on. So let me tell you guys. So now that I'm finally live, I'm going to tell you about what's going on here today. So specifically about live streaming. Yeah. So usually I have some music playing. Gosh. You know, so like for the last 20 minutes or so, I thought I was streaming, and I see, no, I wasn't streaming. So live and learn. All right. But let me tell you guys the struggles here with live streaming. There's a lot to unpack over here because I've been streaming on Twitch and just recently switched to live streaming on YouTube just to see, okay, compare and contrast. How does it go? What's the differences? And a lot of this is because I got inspired by Harris Heller, or he goes by Alpha Gaming, one of his channels, because he's just kind of given up on Twitch, and I think he's really insightful. He really knows his stuff, and he's going ahead and streaming, live streaming on YouTube. He's done with Twitch, and now he's just going to go to YouTube. All right, fair enough. You know, I've got some videos that are getting a lot of attention on YouTube, so I think he has a point to it. And I think YouTube has a better future than Twitch. So part of the problem with Twitch, let me lay it out for you if you don't know. Part of the problem with Twitch is that Twitch, their algorithms favor popular live streamers. So if you're just brand new to the platform, unless you've got an assload of people following you there, you're really not going to have too much success there, or you will, but it would take a long time and a lot of hours of streaming, because it just, like I said, it favors the more popular live streamers. So, you know, I have a decent social media following, but I don't have hundreds of thousands of followers everywhere. So to ask them to go to Twitch, especially for something that they may not already belong to, it's asking a lot. Some people may even heard of Twitch, or they've heard about it, they don't know much about it. And so for me to get found, for people to search and find me on Twitch is going to be very difficult because I don't have this huge following. So if you like the music I do, that I make, and you try to find me on Twitch, it's going to be very hard unless you know my exact name, St. Luminous. Other than that, it's hard to discover me as a Twitch person because the Twitch algorithms favor popular streamers. And YouTube is a little different, right? YouTube, owned by Google, so it literally is a search engine. So if you're searching for the kind of music I make, you're more likely to, it's a little easier to find me and what I do as a new person because of the algorithms that Google/YouTube use. So I thought I would give it a shot. And so there's one reason why I'm switching to YouTube for now, and let's just see how it goes. The other problem, though, now there's another problem. Last week, YouTube gave me a problem. Well, first of all, it booted me out of the live stream. So I had to go redo it again. And then second of all, after it was done, YouTube makes the live stream available as a video on demand. Someone could come onto my YouTube channel and watch the live stream, replay it. Well, there's some issues with that because during my live stream, I shared a song from Paul Gilbert. I also shared a song from Billy Gibbons, kick-ass song, especially that one from Billy Gibbons. I really enjoyed it. And and I also played some of my own songs. So now YouTube gave me a problem with that video when it comes to replaying it for others, because it says, oh, you have a copyright claim. You played this Billy Gibbons song. You don't own the rights to that song. You play this Paul Gilbert song. You don't own the rights to that song. And fair enough, I do not own the rights to those songs. I can't just play the recordings without having some sort of license, permission and licensing to play those songs with my video. So fair enough. And it's really easy to solve. I go in there and tell YouTube, go ahead and recompile that live stream or the replay of that live stream and mute the section where I'm playing Paul Gilbert's song. Mute the section where I'm playing Billy Gibbons' song. Just mute it. Easy enough. Takes a little bit of time, but it'll be done. Here's the fucked up part about it. It gave me a copyright claim on my own music. My own songs. I'm not signed on a record label. These are my songs. I'm the songwriter. I'm the rights owner. And it was just telling me that I have a problem. I'm playing this copyrighted music. And it's funny because it shows the copyright claim and it shows the name of my song and the artist. And I'm like, that's me. I'm the artist. And so the rights owner complaining, if you will, is the distributor, CD Baby. So I have my songs all distributed through CD Baby. But CD Baby is not the owner of the recording. I'm the owner of the recording. And they're certainly not the owner of the song, the songwriter, or the song. They're not the songwriter. I am. I own the whole thing. I paid for the whole thing. But there's an algorithm that skims all these live streams. If you put video up on YouTube, it doesn't matter what it is. Remember something, YouTube is listening. They are scanning this stuff for copyright violations, whether it's a live stream or just a video you put up. And so I can't make money on the video because, there's these copyright claims. And now the really messed up part is the copyright claim for my own music. I have to go in there and justify to YouTube that it is me, that it is my music, that I have the rights to it, that I, in fact, am the owner of it. It's wild. It's sort of like, you're guilty. Prove to me that you're innocent. I don't know what the solution is with all this, except that I'm looking into changing my distributor so it's not CD Baby, because I think that's part of the problem is CD Baby is being a little overly aggressive in copyright claims, especially for its music that they don't own. They're just the distributor. So I see the issue seems to be with CD Baby. And at the moment, I don't know what to do about it, except I have to justify, hey, this is my music, so don't give me this copyright claim bullshit. It's kind of how the world works nowadays, unfortunately. And Twitch, by the way, has the same problem. Twitch has the same problem, but they only recently started to try and resolve it and work with it. And, I have my own opinion on the way Twitch is operating. Yeah, so there's a whole bunch of issues with music. I just wish we could just play music, share, and talk about it. But it is difficult to do because of copyright, rightfully so. So as far as my own music, this is fucked up. Like, come on. As far as me playing Billy Gibbons and Paul Gilbert, sure, fair enough. I am playing their copyrighted material. In this case, the song, the recording of the song. This gets very deep and just too technical. I don't want to go there yet, you guys. I just want to thank you for joining me. Bitch a little bit about live streaming here on YouTube or any platform. It is tough, especially when it comes to music. It is really tough. So what I wanted to do was, of course, get a Megadeth tones. Let's move on from live streaming and YouTube. Last time on Thursday, I said I was going to create a Megadeth tone, old school, and I didn't. So today, I am going to create a Megadeth tone. So why don't we do that? Let me get it ready here. So I'm going to attempt to create a Megadeth tone from their Countdown to Extinction album. And I'm going to tell you where this is coming from. It's from Rick Beato. Now, some of you may have watched Rick Beato. I like Rick Beato because Rick is an old guy. He probably would love me saying that. But he's an old guy, and he's got like 2 million subscribers to his YouTube channel. Very popular music YouTuber. And I like it because Rick is not only... Rick just proves you don't have to be a super young guy, a hip, cool guy in your 20s to get a lot of followers. And you don't have to be a complete jackass and moron to get a lot of followers, because that's what a lot of YouTubers do, is they're too busy making stupid thumbnails and doing stupid things in order to get views and clicks. So they make stupid videos, make stupid faces, say stupid things. And Rick doesn't play that game. You can tell he's got a good sense of humor, but he's very passionate about his music and doesn't want to constantly make jokes about it or just be a moron about it. And I appreciate that. He doesn't try to get necessarily try to get viral videos. I do admit there's some clickbaity stuff, but he still delivers the goods. So I respect Rick Beato. So let's talk about Rick Beato. In this video is about what makes this song great. That's his series. And specifically, he was talking about Symphony of Destruction from the Countdown to Extinction album. That was released almost 30 years ago. So nowadays it is kind of old school. And what I liked about it is that he had the raw tracks from Symphony of Destruction, and he would play the raw tracks like just Marty Friedman's solo or just Dave Mustaine's voice. And part of it that got me was the part where he talked about the tonality of the rhythm guitars, and he said that they used noise to carve out this tone, because the tone on that album, the guitar tone, the rhythm guitar is just, it's downright mean and nasty and aggressive. I mean, it's fantastic. It was an unusual kind of tone for that time, really. And so there is something very unique and mean and nasty about it. It's just perfect for Megadeth. I mean, it is a sound of Megadeth, right? And so they use noise. And what do I mean by noise? By noise, I mean white noise. Let me play it for you so you can hear what I'm talking about. So I have my DAW open up here, and it's playing well, I've got a synth, and I have the synth just to play noise, so you can hear it. Sounds like static. And that is essentially white noise. So apparently they used white noise like that, and they synced it up with Dave Mustaine's rhythm part. So you might know the part to Symphony of Destruction, right? You guys should know it. Da-da-bup, da-da-da, dun-dun-dun, da-da-da. You know, so you could do that with the noise. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use that noise. I'm going to record the noise. Then I'm going to go to the amp and try to get a good, aggressive, early 90s Megadeth heavy metal tone to see if I can mix the sound of my guitar and the white noise and see if I can carve out this tone. I'm not going to get exactly like it. So that's the first thing to know. It won't sound exactly like the album, okay? And there's reasons for it. Number one, I don't know how they mic'd up the guitar cabs, because at that time they were still micing up guitar cabs. I don't know how they mic'd up the guitar cabs. I can guess, but I don't know if they used ambient mics mixed with close-up mics. I don't know what mics they used. I don't know what preamps they used on the board. I'm sure they were using a mixing board, but I don't know what preamps they used on the mic. So all these things, and during the mix down stage, I also don't know how the mix engineer, I don't know who it was, but how he may have EQ'd the guitar a little bit just to really give that polish. I don't know. So I'm hoping to get kind of in the ballpark with the noise and see if it really does get in that ballpark. So that's what we're going to do. I have it set up. I'm going to record the white noise. Yeah. And then see... and then record my guitar, dial up a good tone. So here we go. This is just going to be the noise. 1, 2, 3, 4. You take a mortal man and put him in. Okay, that'll work. And from there, I can play with that a little bit. So for you nerds out there that really want to know every detail, in that case, I recorded the MIDI. I recorded what's coming from my MIDI keyboard, so that way I can go in there if I need to and adjust the MIDI note lengths to get it to fit tight in with my guitar. Because that's the other key, is I've got to get the noise and my electric guitar, those two had to be tight together to really get this to work, because that album is tight, and there's reasons for that. One of them being Dave Mustaine being an anal bitch. So let's go ahead and get my guitar. I'm going to go dial up a sound. I did that a little bit earlier. Let me play with it to get a real heavy sound as best as I can, because I am using a Stratocaster here, a single coil Stratocaster. I'm going to use the rear pickup. It is wound a little hotter than usual, but it's not a humbucker. And there they use Jackson guitars. Those are probably EMG 81s or 85s. I forget which is which. Probably 81s. EMG 81. It's going to be way more aggressive than what this is doing. But let's see what we could do here. I'm gonna try it. Let me listen. That's not bad. Let me see if I play with it a little more, what I can get. All right, without the graphic cue. All right, that's a sound I might be able to work. I'm just gonna try to play with a couple of things, then just record the guitar. For you guys, so you know, this is a Mesa Boogie Mark V 25. I'm in the Mark IV mode. I've got the gain cranked all the way up, and there's a little Graph 5-band graphic EQ at the end. I'm gonna play with that a little bit just to see what happens with the graphic EQ. I'm going to turn it off, turn it on. I might make some adjustments. Let me go start with turning it off, and then I'm going to flip the switch, turn the graphic EQ back on, and just compare them. It's already off. Okay. So no graphic EQ. Okay, with the graphic EQ. You know, it is different, but it's really almost splitting hairs. So let's do it. I'm going to let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay. So what I'm going to do is go ahead, record the part, and then I'm going to mix in the white noise. Let's see how this goes. Okay, here we go. All right. 1, 2. You take a mortal man. Okay. I think we got that. If I want to make it tight as hell, I could put a noise gate on there. Which is, because that's probably what they did, is they put a noise gate on there to keep it extra tight. Let's see here. Yeah, fuck it. Let me do it, because this is a live stream. This is what it's all about, is have a little bit of fun. Going through things in real time, which is, very different than a perfectly prepared video. What do I want? So I'm going to find a gate here, and I use Reaper, by the way. There we go. haven't used a gate in so long. Jeez. So when I played in a Megadeth tribute band, which is why the Megadeth has a special place in my heart, on my live guitar, absolutely I used noise gate. You just had to. There's no other way around it. You've got to use a noise gate. So let me see this. I have never used this gate, this regate, so this is going to be really interesting. Bear with me, you guys. I'm going to try this. Oh, let me see. Hang on a second. Let me bring it down. Alrighty, so there we go. We're getting close. Let me do some adjustments. That's so sharp on the way it opens up, but I'm pretty close. All right. Let me get rid of the... Oops. Jeez. You could hear the... I accidentally got the noise in there. All right. Hang on a second, you guys. All right. I see what my problem is. I was wondering, this is so effing loud. And now I figured out. There you go. That's why it was so loud. Well, this is why we do this stuff in real time. Okay, one more time. I fucked it all up. In my DAW, I had a limiter set up, some compression set up that I forgot about, so it was making it really loud, crunchy, and like, God, it doesn't sound like what I recorded. All right, I got this working now. There it's... Yeah. That's not bad. I like it, actually. As far as the gate goes. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take care of the noise, and let's see how close I can get it to the guitar. All right, hang on a second. I can almost get that. That's not bad, actually. I think I got pretty close with that. Okay, you know, I'm going to go with it. Here's the other thing that we can do with the white noise. With the white noise, we can... oh, you know what? Here, hold on a second. I'm going to do something a little interesting. I'm going to make the waveform of my guitar really big. No, okay. I was hoping that it would... I was hoping I can see more detail in the waveform, but I can't. So I could even be better editing the white noise. So now what I'm going to do is I've got my guitar, and I'm going to loop this, and I'm going to bring up the white noise. So it's going to be a little annoying, I suppose, because I'm just going to keep playing this over and over. But I'm really just trying to adjust the white noise a little bit. Let's see. right. I think I can do the... I think I can get this even closer. As far as tight. Okay, that's not too bad. All right, let me do... I keep worrying about how tight it is, but it's okay. So now I've got no white noise. I'm going to bring up the white noise. All right, so let me hear it again. Get rid of the white noise. Oh, see something else I need to do with the white noise. Okay, here we go. Okay, now with the white noise. I think I can get it. I think I can get the white noise even better. Let me see. What I'm going to do is I'm going to EQ the white noise a little bit. Ha-ha! I could also drive it. Now, yeah, I'm just going to... yeah, shoot. Still learning this little... okay, there's the filter. Let me see. Let me hear this filter by itself now. See if I can get the filter to match. So, all right. So I played with the filter, the low-pass filter on that noise to kind of carve out a tone. Let me see what happens now. Now I'm going to go back. Bring up the noise. All right, so now I'm going to play the whole thing without it looping. Let's hear it. You take a mortal man. All right, I didn't get as close as I would have liked, but there may be something to that, trying to... do this, add noise in there as far as a little bit of Megadeth tone. Yeah, I don't know how much further I want to play around with this when... yeah, okay. So there may be something to it. All right, now let me get rid of that noise. Now with the noise. Okay, now I hear it. So I see. So it's a little nitpicky, but I do hear a little bit more grit and aggressiveness. And if I knew better about what I'm doing here, because I've never tried something like this, I I bet we can get even closer. But actually, I do hear it. It does give this dashiest bit of aggressiveness to the riff. Yeah, so there might be something to it. All right, you guys. So what I also like to do here is share some of the stuff I find on the internet. We've created our Megadeth tone. Let's go back. Let's go to something I did want to share with you guys. So let me get this ready for you. Now it's. Oh, I see. Okay, hang on. Oh, still getting these little things together. Here we go. This is what I wanted to share with you guys. So it's about a YouTuber named. It's a Viennese YouTuber called Bernth. I don't know who Bernth is. Maybe you know who Bernth is. I have no idea. But he did Caprice number 24, which I know fairly well because I have tried to play it many, many times over the years. And it's a very technical piece. It's Paganini. It's very technical. And so what this guy Bernth did was he released, according to Guitar World, he released a ridiculously awesome playthrough of Caprice number 24 from Paganini. He said it's for his new album, and he says this is the only song on the album I did not write myself, but there's a strong personal connection story behind it. He says, I wanted to play this piece since my teenage years when I first picked up a guitar. I was fascinated with all the techniques and melodies, but couldn't make it past the first measures. True, if you're a beginner, this is not the piece you try and play. I brought this piece to many guitar teachers in my early years, and they all couldn't really help me. That's when I realized I had to do this on my own. And he said, I promised myself that I would be able to write a full arrangement and a killer metal guitar version. And so that's what we have here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play little bits of it because the Caprice number 24, in case you guys didn't know, comes in pieces. Okay, so there's little sections of it, and they each last a few measures. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to play Bernth playing the first section. Then what I'm going to do, check it out, I'm going to play Jascha Heifetz, world-renowned violin player who's no longer alive today, but still a very big influence on violin players. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play Jascha Heifetz play the same little section. This looks like it was recorded in the 60s, but we're just going to compare and contrast, not say which one is better, because it's kind of like comparing apples and oranges. Just to hear the difference, how does a heavy metal virtuoso player interpret Paganini's piece, and how does a world-renowned violinist interpret the piece? Because that's what's interesting about all this. It's up to interpretation. And why is it up to interpretation? Because when Paganini wrote this music, there was no recording. There was no radio station, no CD, no YouTube. It's just music written on a piece of paper. So it's up to the player to interpret the music and how it's meant to be played, or how they interpret it, how they think it should be played. Maybe not necessarily the way Paganini meant it, but, you know. Again, it's up to interpretation. So let's hear the first part. This will work because if I play a little snippet, I don't think YouTube will give me a hard time. All right, enough of that. Let's go here. Here's Bernth. Okay. There's the first section. Let's hear Jascha Heifetz play it. So you can hear the section is actually longer than what Bernth played. Okay, here we go. Heifetz had a little tail there that's it's subtle to hear. Okay, here's the next section. Bernth playing it. All right, cool. let's hear Jascha Heifetz play it. All right. Now let's hear the next section from Bernth. All right, and Paganini play that next section. Ooh, I love that little. All right, and this is the last section I'm going to play. Here is Bernth on the next section. And finally, Jascha Heifetz playing that same section. Okay. There you go. So there are the two of them. I could go on and on with that, but I think you got the point. And I just wanted to share with you an interesting compare and contrast, because when I saw that, I was like, oh, Caprice number 24. I know that. It's a bitch to play, and to play well. And again, it wasn't to say that what Bernth did is way better than the way Jascha Heifetz played it, or the other way around, that Jascha Heifetz is clearly better than Bernth. That is up to you guys. Maybe let me know in a comment what you liked. Did you like the way Bernth played it, or did you like the way Jascha Heifetz played it? Now, I will tell you, me personally, they're both really good players. Bernth, I appreciate Bernth going ahead and creating his own little arrangement for it. That last section we heard, that was actually really cool, because it was a drum beat, but it wasn't using drum samples like we're used to today's in modern music. Other than that, I felt what he did, it's very modern. In other words, it's what you hear on today's heavy metal albums. Like, there's no new ground created there as far as the accompaniment. Likewise, though, you could say the same thing with Jascha Heifetz. That kind of accompaniment was standard back then, and it is standard today, which means somebody plays a violin and somebody may accompany on piano. All right. The big difference, though, I hear is that if you just want to talk purely technique, Jascha Heifetz is a much better player. Let's just be honest. Jascha Heifetz is way better, and part of it is he has a little more speed, a little more speed than Bernth did, and Jascha Heifetz has all this nuance that Bernth does not. Bernth sounds good, and then you hear, if you sit and just listen to Jascha Heifetz, it's like, whoa, man, all the little intricacies that are part of the music, and I'm talking in the sheet music, are there with Jascha Heifetz. And the other thing is, this has more to do with style. Bernth, it's all the same volume. and it's all compressed in the same volume. But that's just the way you do heavy metal music nowadays. You don't really use dynamics. It's just supposed to be loud, same volume, and in your face. And Jascha Heifetz, it was really interesting because there's so much dynamics, but the way he puts a tail end onto some of these parts, it's like, oh, crap, he's going doing his thing. You got, God, this guy's incredible. Then all of a sudden I have a little end, and little vibrato. All of a sudden you're like, whoa, that's just a cool little ending. So I like that myself, but still, I can appreciate that Bernth went through the trouble to do that because it is a bitch to play and to play well. So, in that respect, good for you, Bernth. What else were we going to do on our live stream today, my friends? Oh, yeah, that was it. That was the other news. Because thing is, I'm trying to limit the amount of music, recorded tracks that I'm playing for you guys on a live stream. And that has to do with, YouTube and its copyright claims and constantly analyzing the songs and the videos. So I've put other videos like cover songs from Joe Satriani, and I get the copyright claim. I'm not in trouble, but YouTube lets me know, hey, you're playing somebody else's music, but so you can't make money off this. Okay, I don't really have a problem with that. I wasn't intending to make money with it. I'm just sharing the music I like and something that I know how to play. So that's totally cool. I'm fine with that. I'm going to share the other news with you. Oops. Oh, jeez. So let me do that. Share news with you guys. Just picture the ocean. I forget where that location is. But I'm going to share with you some news here. You can share whatever you like with me. Let's see. Oh, there was something I want to do. See really quick. Okay, with Nancy Wilson performing Eddie Van Halen tribute. That's really cool. Oh, Frank Zappa's last ever U.S. show set for release as a live album. Yes. And Jimi Hendrix, Woodstock Marshall Super Lead, and Fender Jazz Master go up for sale on Reverb. I wonder what the prices are. Should we go look? All right, so Lawler has new coil splittable humbuckers. Marshall, Wolfgang. Okay. Here's what we'll do, you guys. We're going to look at this. I want to see what the prices are, because the prices for old gear is like way off the charts. So I want to see how far off the charts for Jimi Hendrix Plexi and for his Fender Jazz Master. Oh, God, look at this. Look at this picture here of Jimi Hendrix. Oh, my God, he's a baby. All right, so let's see. So it's a 1962 Fender Jazz Master that Hendrix played with the Isley Brothers and Little Richards, and the heavily used Marshall Super Lead 100 that featured on stage throughout 1969. So this is being sold by Neil's Gear Bazaar. It's LA-based. I've heard of it. I don't know where that is, though. It's around here somewhere. So letters of authenticity. Okay, so the Fender Jazz Master, he was with Little Richard and blah, blah, blah. Okay, here we go. The Jazz Master carries, here's the price that they're offering, currently listed at $750,000. Okay, first of all, you guys, I have something to say about this. The $750,000 doesn't mean that's what it's worth. It means that Neil's Gear Bazaar is offering $750,000. The deal is, if no one buys it at $750,000, Neil is going to have to lower the price. If somebody does buy it, that lets you know, shit, that thing is worth somebody paid $750,000. I'm curious what somebody's going to pay for that guitar. That's interesting. Okay, how about the Marshall amp? We saw it says JHX for Jimi Hendrix Experience, spray painted. Let's just get to the price. The history is the history. There it is. God, I bet that fucker's loud too. Oh, there we go. There's Hendrix with the super leads. All right. So the price he's offering is $350,000 for Jimi Hendrix 69 Marshall Super Lead. And again, you guys, I'm just gonna click over to look. That's the price he's offering. It doesn't mean that's the price he's going to sell it for. It doesn't mean it's actually worth $350,000. It's worth whatever somebody decides to pay for it. And somebody might pay $350,000 for it. Yeah, that's nuts. If I was worth $20 million, I would not spend $350,000 for Jimi Hendrix amp. It says right here, $350,000 and $4,000 for shipping. Aha! Since I live in LA, I don't have to pay for shipping, so I can save $4,000. Well, dude, how... This is so weird. Something's off because... He's selling something for $350,000 on Reverb. And look at this. It's as simple as add to cart. Honestly, if you're going to sell something for $350,000, there's a whole world of stuff that goes on as far as contracts, insurance. There's a whole bunch of stuff. No one is going to spend $350,000 and say, oh, let me just add it to my cart and check out. Yeah, no way. So there's a whole other... I'm a little surprised that he's saying doing it here on Reverb, unless it's just for publicity and to show off the amp. And that may be part of it. He's just using Reverb, not because he really expects to sell it, but just as a way to advertise this sort of thing. But... yeah, no way anyone's paying. This is what you pay for a home. Not here in LA, but other parts of the country. That's what you pay for a home. And when you buy stuff like a home, there's a whole bunch of stuff. So, before you pay $350,000 for an amp, that thing is going to be inspected first by someone to make sure that it is exactly what he says it is. You're going to go over there, you're going to look at it, you're going to have somebody else look at it, you're going to have a trusted third party verify that this is indeed what it is. And that if you buy, you will get what you buy, and you're not using your regular old credit card, your MasterCard or Visa, to make a $350,000 payment. So this stuff, add to cart, and what's your credit card number? I don't think so. So very, in a certain sense, cool. In another sense, hilarious. Like, oh, how about this Jazzmaster for $750,000? Just add to cart and check out. Now in LA, you can get a small little condo for $750,000. If you're going to shittier parts of LA, you could definitely get a house for $750,000. But again, think about it, you guys. If you can buy a house in LA, which is one of the more expensive markets in the United States, for $750,000, and there's a shitload of paperwork to deal with it, even if you buy it in cash, there's still a shitload of stuff that you would do. You don't just go to Zillow and say, oh, I like this house. Let me add it to my cart and check out. No, it just doesn't work that way, and neither does this, but it is kind of funny if you think about it. The other thing I wanted to look at was, what's his name? Frank Zappa's last ever U.S. show set for live release. And if I'm wrong on that about paying $750,000 for a guitar, and you just simply drop it in your cart and check out, let me know in the chat. You guys let me know in the chat if that's possible, just to buy a guitar for $750,000 on Reverb. Just add to cart and check out as usual. Okay, Frank Zappa, it just says here that this is his last performance at New York's Nassau Coliseum in '88. Oh, I didn't know 80. I thought he was still performing into like 1990 or 91, maybe not. 29 unreleased performances. There's a Beatles medley in here. That's interesting. Oh, some stuff from, the Mothers of Invention's Freak Out album. Okay, so look, you can find this, like I Ain't Got No Heart, live at NASA. You can find this on YouTube. Go ahead and do that if you're a Frank Zappa fan. Oh, the show is recorded with, PCM. Oh, these are digital recordings. Yeah, Dash, PCM 3324-24 track tape. So this is digital tape using a Lynx timecode module. Wow, that's old school. That's impressive. Split up on the run, and here's the tracks. Okay, so Inca Roads, Jesus Thinks You're a Jerk. I love it. Dickie's Such an Asshole. Peaches and Regalia, however you say it. There's a Beatles medley. Any Montana in here? No Montana. Okay, that's all right. Okay, quick thing I do want to say then about this. I'll leave you with like a picture of Frank. Actually, I'll just bring myself back to the forefront. So, real quick about this, you guys. As far as Frank Zappa goes, I love Frank Zappa. I'm a big fan of Frank Zappa, and mainly because Frank Zappa is like the definition of an artist. Writes the shit that he wants to write and doesn't give a fuck about what the current trends are. It's irrelevant, and sort of likes to write the stuff that kind of pushes against free speech, and I love that because that's what art does. It should be something controversial.
Have everything you.
Oh, hold on a second. It's I know what it is. It's this. I just got to get rid of the advertising from Guitar World. Anyway, Frank Zappa really pushed those boundaries, and I really appreciate that about him. I think that's amazing. So, and if you really, some of you know his lyrics, right? Like Bobby Brown Goes Down, that kind of stuff. Like for example, I'm gonna here. Yeah. Here we go, lyrics. All right, so like the latest controversy, like recently in music for lyrics that everyone was having a shit fit about is, what's her name? Cardi B with WAP, which I think stands for Wet Ass Pussy. And I'm like, okay, let's hear how, I wanted to hear how offensive it is. And I'm listening to it going, seriously, this is offensive? Like the stuff that Frank Zappa wrote decades before is way more offensive than anything you're putting out. In fact, this is quite boring in comparison because this is just, you're trying too hard. So here's Bobby Brown Goes Down. Let me see. When was that? Looks like 1979. Yeah, because it was on Shake Your Booty. Yeah. Okay. Jewish Princess. I mean, these songs are bad. But listen to some of these lyrics. Hi there, I'm Bobby Brown, cutest boy in town. My car is fast. My teeth are shiny. I can tell. Tell the girls to kiss my hiney. Not too bad. And now as you go down, look, listen to this. I've got a cheerleader here who wants to help with my paper. Let her do all the work, and maybe later I'll rape her. That is way worse than anything Cardi B is putting there about wet ass pussy. Let me see. Look, women's liberation came creeping all across the nation. I tell you, people, I was not ready when I fucked this dyke by the name of Freddie. She made a little speech then. Oh, she tried to make me say when she had my balls in a vice, but she left the dick. I guess it's still hooked on, but now it shoots too quick. It is way worse than anything Cardi B and her producers and lyric writers could come up with. This is way more offensive and way more amusing. Look at this. Oh, God, I'm the American dream, but now I smell like Vaseline. got a job doing radio promo, and none of the jocks can even tell I'm a homo. Eventually, me and a friend sort of drifted along into S&M. I can take it about an hour on the Tower of Power as long as I get a little golden shower. Oh, my God. Like, so how about this? If Bobby Brown goes down in 79, that honestly, this is 20 times more offensive than any of these artists, these rap artists and whatnot are coming up with, and this is way more amusing. So I don't know what the fuss is with Cardi B. I pretty much I couldn't even listen to the whole thing because it was so boring and predictable what they were doing with the lyrics. Like, yeah, I got it. You know, I got it. You're trying to be really, offensive and progressive and blah, 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 but it's dull. It's boring. You can totally tell where it's going and what you're going to do with it. That's not exciting. Whoa, man, this song is nuts. And for Bobby Brown. And that's just Bobby Brown. I mean, Jewish Princess, if you've read those lyrics, holy moly. Way worse. I mean, it's bad. But that's what makes someone like Frank Zappa that's why he's got that reputation. He's just really good at being bad. But his music is fantastic, really progressive and just fun. All right, so that's enough with Frank Zappa. So you guys, I want to thank all of you for joining me on this St. Luminous live stream today. I'm going to do something really weird. I'm going to go pay attention to my wife. So she's finally home, and I'm just going to go pay attention to her, see how she's doing. Yeah, I know, really weird. But I want to thank you guys for joining me on this live stream. Hey, check out some of the other videos I have here on my channel. I've got stuff about David Gilmour. That's my most popular video, why he's just so fucking good. I've got the same thing about Marty Friedman, Albert King. I have gear videos, all sorts of stuff. So if you're like a fan of music and guitar, I'm sure you'll really enjoy some of the videos I have on here. Again, thank you very much for watching. If you're watching this on replay, I really appreciate it. I will see you guys on my next live stream, which should be Thursday at 6 p.m. Pacific. Come join me then. Love to have you.